रेडी? आप कुछ वर्ड नोट डाउन कर लेंगे एक बारी। आई अंडरस्टैंड आता है, बार बार आता है, बड़ी फ्रिक्वेंटली वर्ड आता है आई अंडरस्टैंड। तो आपने बस आई के नीचे एक डॉट लगा देना है, क्या बन जाएगा? आई अंडरस्टैंड। डिड यू नो, डिड यू हैव ऐसे बनाते हो, उसमें डिड डी हाफ करते हो, यू हैव, डिड यू हैव। हाउ मेनी, हाउ में मैनी जोड़ दो, हाउ बनता है ग्राम लोग से और मैनी बन जाएगा हाउ मैनी। ए नंबर ऑफ स्कीम, ए नंबर ऑफ आपको ऐसे बनाया था, ए लार्ज नंबर ऑफ ऐसे बताया था, द नंबर ऑफ ऐसे बताया था, द लार्ज नंबर ऑफ ऐसे। ए नंबर ऑफ स्कीम, तो ए नंबर ऑफ स्कीम्स, ए लार्ज नंबर ऑफ स्कीम्स, ए लार्ज नंबर ऑफ स्कीम्स। एज इज, वेयर इज बेसिस, एज इज ऊपर बनता है और बेसिस के लिए नीचे, इसके जस्ट नीचे सर्कल लगा दो, दो लार्ज सर्कल। एज इज, वेयर इज बेसिस। टू द कॉमन मैन, टू द ग्राम लोग पे लाइन में बनता है और एन में मैन, टू द कॉमन मैन। इंटेलेक्चुअल एबिलिटी, एन हाफ किया, एल ई डबलिंग की और बी लगा दिया यहां पे, इंटेलेक्चुअल एबिलिटी। कैप्ट इन व्यू, के पी हाफ किया और यू लगा दिया, क्या पढ़ेंगे इसको? कैप्ट इन व्यू। आई हैव इन्फॉर्म्ड यू, आई हैव के नीचे यू लगा दो, इकट्ठा पढ़ा जाएगा, आई हैव इन्फॉर्म्ड यू। व्हाट इज द पोजिशन, व्हाट इज द पोजिशंस। और अगर व्हाट इज पोजिशन होता तो आपको सेकंड सर्कल लगाने की जरूरत नहीं है, इतना ही लगाते बस। व्हाट इज पोजिशन, व्हाट इज पोजिशन, व्हाट इज पोजिशंस। लिखो, वर्ड लिख कर दिखाओ मुझे एक बारी। हाफ एन आवर बताया था मैंने आपको, हाफ में ही एक और वर्ड बताता हूं, हाफ में ही आर अपर लगा दो, इसको पढ़ेंगे हाफ एन आवर, HOUR वाला। लिखो, वर्ड लिखो, हाफ एन आवर, आई अंडरस्टैंड, डिड यू हैव, हाउ मैनी, ए नंबर ऑफ, ए लार्ज नंबर ऑफ, ए नंबर ऑफ स्कीम्स, ए लार्ज नंबर ऑफ स्कीम्स, as is, where is basis, to the common man, intellectual ability, kept in view, I have informed you, what is the position, what is the positions। डिक्टेशन लिखेंगे पहले हाई पे, जो आपको सेट मिलेगा वो मिलेगा इसी की यूआरएल पे 3p.progre.me steno18.in पे, और टेस्ट का नाम होगा SSC CND ग्रेड। इसके अंदर होगा YouTube टेस्ट 20 @ पहला 100 पे विद कोमा, फिर @80 विद कोमा, @80 नो कोमा। और ये अभी टेस्ट के बाद, इसके डिक्टेशन के बाद अपलोड होगा, 5 मिनट लगेगी लगभग। रेडी? Start it. Sir, I am a great believer in the public sector, and I have often said in this house that public ownership can take many forms, that it is not necessary for us to think in the old terms of complete nationalization. The British Labour Party has on this question done a great deal of hard thinking, and I would therefore say that it is a little disappointing to find that the returns from our public sector concerns are on the low side. Actually, I do not think that the public sector concerns should be condemned for that reason. They are new to their jobs. What about the returns that the private sector concerns give in the first few years of their existence? But we should have a high standard of efficiency in our public sector concerns, and we should make them yield good returns. If that is done, it will be possible for us also to reduce the burden of taxation on all classes of the community. I do not say that the public sector concerns should be run from a commercial point of view only. Profit is one of the things they are meant to yield. I would in this connection say that I would like our employees, I mean the poorer classes of our employees, to be associated in some way with the management of our public sector concerns. So far as our private sector undertakings are concerned, I have been thinking in terms of co-ownership. I think I said this last year, and perhaps I am repeating it again. I think our employees should be made, or rather they should be regarded or should be given the status of shareholders, and they should have a voice in the management of the concerns they are running. They should have a voice in selecting the directors who shall run the concerns for the country. They should have the opportunity to rise to positions of managerial importance in the concerns with which they are connected. I think it is in some such way that we shall avoid the evils of what may be called bureaucratic socialism and give content to the shape of socialism, which gives initiative, which gives opportunity, and which gives a sense of importance and dignity to the common man. Therefore, our effort should be to eliminate gradually the distinction between the employee and the employer. My point of view and the point of view of the honorable member are so different that we can only meet socially outside. Now, Mr. Vice Chairman, much has been said about foreign capital and foreign technical aid. There are people who are opposed to the employment of foreign capital at all, but no country has been able to do so. We should, however, be able to employ foreign capital without strings attached to them, as we are doing today. So far as foreign technical aid is concerned, we cannot dispense with it. I would like to say that there is a tendency in our country to be content with the second best or the third best. I think that is an unfortunate tendency. We have in the world of technology and in the world of science a great deal to learn from foreign countries. We have to learn a great deal from the United States of America and Russia, and also from France and other countries, and we should be humble in our approach towards this problem. We should be prepared to give to our managerial staff opportunities of acquiring technical knowledge and technical skill in these countries. I will finish in less than a minute. There is this question which has assumed great importance, namely the question of price control. I know this subject raises some difficult questions. We have to consider the position of the farmer who has been exploited for ages by the people of the cities. But we have also to think of our people in the cities, all of whom are not rich. Many of them have to lead very humble lives, and the rise in prices, the rise in the cost of living, particularly in urban areas, is becoming very high. It is therefore necessary for us to have some system of price control. We should have a price stabilization board which should be able to regulate prices in such a manner that they are fair to the farmer and they are also fair to the consumer in the towns. We should eliminate as far as possible the middleman. Then I should like to say that I am glad that the finance minister has given up deficit financing, but the question which arises is how we shall finance our 12th five-year plan. Methods must be discovered which would enable the financing of the 12th five-year plan in such a manner as to provide the greatest possible employment to our people. We must attach importance not only to our basic industries and to our heavy industries, but to others also. Mr. Vice Chairman, this finance bill has been introduced at a time of crisis, at a time of external crisis. In addition to the Chinese on the north, we have incursions from the neighboring country on the west. Therefore, it seems to me that this finance bill and the budget proposals should be defense oriented, but we find no provision for increase in defense expenditure. It is still rupees 740 crores as it was at the time when the finance minister announced his proposals. If we are to put our defense in proper order so as to ensure the security of our country, if we are not to look for military alliance in order to supplement our defense forces, our defense expenditure must be increased considerably, and it will have to be rupees 800 crores, 900 crores, or even 1,000 crores of rupees. There is enough money in this budget to allow transfer of more to the defense services. Money has to be found by reducing expenditure on other items which absorb so much money. The expenditure on the plan is 200 crores of rupees on the revenue account and another 300 crores on the capital account. 1040 प्लस वर्ड है, 110 की फ्लक्चुएशन के साथ 100 प्लस स्पीड है और 80 पे लिखेंगे. Ready? Started. Mr. Vice Chairman, knowing the honorable mover of this resolution to be a good parliamentarian, I had expected that he would place before the House all sides of this problem. I had expected that he would be no less interested in the efficiency and discipline of the administration, no less interested in the public welfare than in the interest of the civil services. But I am sorry to observe that he has taken only one view of the matter, namely the interests of the civil services alone. He has not at all dwelt upon the frightful consequences which a strike of the sort we had the misfortune to have would have had on the country and the people in general. He has spoken, no doubt, in measured terms, unlike the honorable member who sat his right in the morning and who raised a shout wanting to make up by sound what his arguments lacked in force. I wish to submit to this House that it would be incorrect and it would be imprudent for this House to accept this resolution. It would be incorrect because by accepting this resolution, we would be laying down something bad in principle, and we would also be accepting a policy which would be suicidal and which would cut at the roots of discipline in the services. To the merits of reinstatement or otherwise of these persons, I will come later on. I doubt the very propriety of Parliament going into this matter. Now, let us see what has happened. Whether right or wrong, departments have taken up the question of these strikers, those who took part in this strike, those who indulge in disobeying the ordinance, several cases of sabotage and intimidation, including criminal ones, have been gone into, and the authorities have taken some decision. In some cases, the government have taken the decision, and in some cases, the departments have taken the decision. Now, would it be right for Parliament to intervene, to interfere with these decisions? Suppose we do that. Suppose Parliament interfered with the decisions taken by the government or by the heads of departments. Tomorrow, with what face and with what authority can the head of a department extract service from his subordinates? This is the question which the honorable, the mover, must see, and also the other honorable members who have spoken in support of the resolution. Unemployment is mounting up, and we have not been able to generate enough employment opportunities to provide even for those people who are entering the labor market today, perhaps to the extent envisaged during the 10th plan. The point that I want to make is that it is not quite justifiable to take only one aspect of the 10th plan period, namely the exigencies of capital mobilization, out of the context of the general economic situation in the country. When we are therefore making this huge tax effort, we will have to apply our mind with equal seriousness, if not more, to see that the income generation in the community is as great as is envisaged, so that the savings and investments could be effected without disturbing unnecessarily the consumption pattern in the community. Whenever there is any tax on corporations, this cry is raised, and this cry is always belied by what the industrialists themselves have claimed to be the sensitive barometer to find out the climate for capital formation. I mean the stock exchanges. This time the stock exchanges have reacted quite favorably to the budget proposals as a whole, which clearly shows that whatever else may be the merit of the present budget proposals, it is certainly not anti-capital. Last year also, the stock markets boomed up after the taxation proposals were announced. This time, though they were a little hesitant at first, ultimately, I think they have realized that there is nothing wrong with the taxation proposals, and they are now merely mounting up. This is quite natural because there are so many benefits and advantages in our economy today that it is not difficult for the corporate sector to absorb a small rise of 5% in the corporation tax, which has been proposed by the Honorable Finance Minister. The economy of the nation today is more or less a closed economy because due to the lack of external finances, imports have been virtually prohibited. There is a lot of planning in the country which makes risk bearing rather unlikely, and because of the regulations of the economy, internal competition is also not very great. The risk bearing capacity which is claimed by the industrialists, really forgetting large profits and large yields on their investment, is almost non-existent in our economy today. Our markets are expanding very fast, and the money generated is much more than the production of commodities, with the result that there are shortages is almost every commodity. It should not be difficult for the industrialists to absorb the small rise of 5% in the corporate tax. 840 वर्डों के साथ बोला गया है, फ्लक्चुएशन 90 तक का है, 80 प्लस स्पीड है। कंटेंट आपको मिलेगा एसएससी सी एंड डी ग्रेड टेस्ट के नाम से, 20 के नाम से, विद कोमा और नो कोमा के साथ। अभी 5 मिनट बाद में अपडेट कर देता हूँ। जो अच्छा लिखे उधर बैठेंगे डिक्टेशन रूम में, सीन कंटेंट लिखेंगे, और वो भी अच्छा लिखेंगे तो फिर जो आप लिख कर लाए वो टाइप करेंगे। सॉफ्टवेयर पर टाइप करना आपको सभी को।